Hello and big love everyone, how you're doing out there? Knucklehead Vapes review panelist Nick Painless here. Today I'll be doing a review on the Tower Mods Desolator Angel of Death mechanical tube and Axis RDA styled kit. I was sent this kit for the purposes of this review. I've been using this tube and RDA for just over a week now, so I've got a general feel of how it works and performs. I'm going to show you what comes in the box and then we're going to have a chat, so I better give you all my thoughts and opinions afterwards. Before we dive down though and get up all close and personal, I'd like to remind everyone that this is a mechanical device, so an understanding of Ohm's law and battery safety is required before you purchase this device. Right, so without further ado, let's dive down and see what we have got. So here we go. This is the box that the kit comes in. As you can see, there are no maker's marks, no websites, no social media links on the box at all. The only indication of what is in the box is the sticker on the top. Once we open it up, we will see a nice plush bag. Now, this is a nice touch, as you can carry the mod around in it instead of putting it straight in your pocket if you would choose to do so. Underneath the bag, you'll have a bag which contains a selection of goodies. Those goodies include a spare set of O-rings, 2 spare screws, and an Allen key. Once we open up the bag, we will find the tube and the RDA individually packaged. Here we have the tube itself. It is powered by a single 18650 battery. I have tried certain brands of 2700 batteries and they do not fit. So you are unfortunately limited to an 18650 battery. The Desolator Angel of Death styled mechanical tube is constructed of brass, which is 25 millimeters across, and it is, as the crow flies, 80 millimeters tall. The mod features a unique design which covers almost the entirety of the tube. Look at that etching. It is gorgeous. It has a hybrid 510 connection, which is insulated. Now that is either Delrin or plastic. I haven't been able to remove it to tell you exactly what it is, but it is insulated. The switch stroke fire and button assembly has a silver plated contact, and that is also insulated as well. This threading is buttery smooth and very well machined. As you saw falling out, there is a insulator of sorts. This is to stop your battery touching the inside of the mod if you are silly enough to run a battery with a tear or a nick in its wrap. I'd like to point out you should not run a battery that has a damaged wrap. That is going to lead you into a whole host of problems. And here we have the RDA. Please note there is a build in this RDA, but that is only because I have been using it. The Axis style RDA cap is constructed of brass and it is 24 millimeters. The build deck is made from stainless steel. It has a 3-post unique design. The centre post is T-shaped for easy building options. It has an 8mm deep juice well. The airflow can be fully adjusted, which features side and bottom airflow. It has a super wide bore proprietary Ultim drip tip. Right, so that just about covers my walkthrough of the up close and personal. Let's go back up on top, have a vape, and give you my final thoughts. Right, so we've had a look at what is in the box. Now we are back on top. I can give you all my full thoughts, a rundown, and my opinions on this kit. Right, first of all, let's have a vape. Right, this tube has been a solid vape to use for the last week or so, and I have to say, this beast hits hard. The threading on the mod is super smooth, and I've not had any issues with a hot button in the time that I've been using it. The machining is top notch. There are no burrs or imperfections that I can see. When I first unpacked the device, there was no excess grease or machine oil. After one wash and one rinse, she was good to go. The laser etching is super sexy and very detailed. I like the fact that I have put insulators in both the top and the bottom of the mod, as that is a very nice safety feature. The mod is also lockable, which helps prevent any unwanted mishaps. The RDA has multiple airflow options, and once set up to your liking, produces great flavour and some big clouds when wicked correctly. The size of the post holes allow some chunky build options. Right, let's have another vape. Now for the cons. Sadly, a lot of my cons with this kit is directed at the RDA. The grub screws installed in the RDA that I received were not great. When first putting a build in the RDA, 2 of the 4 Allen key heads stripped on me, which left me having to use the 2 spare that were in the bag straight off of the bat. Now, this might have been an isolated incident to my particular device, and Knucklehead Vapes customer services will resolve this issue if this were to happen to you. So that has to go down as a nitpicky, subjective con. I'm not a massive fan of the Airflow's RDA design. Now that might be because there is just too many airflow options, or it might be the way the bottom airflow is positioned. I found that if you dump your juice straight in the drip tip, you can easily overfill the chamber, which is just going to cause the juice to come out of the bottom airflow. The way I found a way around this possible issue is to remove the cap and then paint your coils. However, if you're not careful when painting your coils, the juice will run straight off the coils through the airflow port and then down the side of your tube. A possible alternative is to turn the airflow barrel so that the bottom airflow is closed completely. This then allows you to drip your juice straight through the drip tip. However, this means that your airflow is no longer aligned perfectly up with your coils, which slightly mutes the flavour. Perhaps, in my opinion, if the airflow ports were pitched and machined slightly differently, this would not happen. The airflow barrel is super tight when you first get it, but it does slacken off with use and juice getting on the O-rings. So, if you have an issue with your hands, this may be an issue for you. This is why I'm mentioning it as a con, but it is subjective. However, the airflow barrel only really turns one way, because if you turn it in a particular way, it undoes the Delrin cap. If you're not careful, you may strip the threading over a period of time. So this is a subjective con. There is what I believe to be an insulator that sits around your 18650 battery, which comes with the kit. Now this is a nice touch as the design is keeping us all safe. However, once you install the insulator, it rattles around the tube. And it's not rattling now. I didn't bother to use this personally, so to me this is a nitpicking con, but it may be an issue for some of you OCDers out there, so it has to be mentioned. Other than that, there is no other battery rattle at all. Right, there's the pros, the cons. Price point. You can pick these up online now from knuckleheadvapes.com, priced at £34.99, and they come in two designs. This one, the Angel of Death, which is the version that I have, and Zombie Killer, which is a naked lady with some big guns. To me, this is a bargain. The designs might not be to everyone's taste, which is fine, as this is all subjective. Now, big question. Would I buy this kit? The answer is yes. Yes, I would. On the condition that the issue with the grub screws were corrected. Again, this was an issue with my device, and if I had contacted customer services, this problem would have been resolved. I need to stress that Knucklehead Vapes are not to blame, as they do not manufacture the grub screws. I think that just wraps things up for this review. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel in order to keep up to date with new content. Stay safe, may your gods be with you, and stay off those stinkies.